is the day-to-day condition of Earth's atmosphere, while climate, on the other hand, refers to average condition over long periods. Global climate is shaped by many factors, including solar energy trapped in biosphere, latitude, and the transport of heat by winds and ocean currents. The greenhouse effect is a process in which certain gases, methane, carbon dioxide, and water vapor, trap sunlight energy in Earth's surface as heat. If greenhouse gas concentrations rise, they trap more heat, so Earth warms. But if their concentration falls, more heat escapes and air cools. The difference in heat distribution creates three different climate zones: tropical, temperate, and polar zones. A species' tolerance for environmental conditions then helps determine its address or habitat, the general place where an organism lives. A niche is a range of physical and biological conditions in which a species lives and the way the species obtains what it needs to survive and reproduce. When organisms attempt to use the same limited ecological resources in the same place at the same time, competition occurs. There are two types of competition: intraspecific and interspecific. The competitive exclusion principle states that no two species can occupy exactly the same niche in exactly the same habitat and exactly the same time. By causing species to divide resources, competition helps determine the number and kinds of species in a community and the niche each species occupies. Predators can affect the size of prey populations in a community and determine the place prey can live and feed. Herbivores can affect both the size and distribution of plant populations in a community and determine the places that certain plants can survive and grow. Any relationship in which two species live closely together is symbiosis. There are three main classes of symbiosis: mutualism, parasitism, and commensalism. There are two types of ecological succession: primary and secondary. Primary succession is the succession that occurs in an area in which no trace of a previous community is present. And secondary succession is the type of succession that occurs in an area that was only partially destroyed by disturbances. Biomes are described in terms of abiotic factors and biotic factors. There are 10 major biomes, include tropical rainforest, tropical dry forest, tropical grassland, desert, temperate grassland, temperate woodland and scrubland, temperate forest, coniferous forests, boreal forest or taiga, and tundra. Some places like mountain range or polar ice caps are not usually classified into biomes because they are not easily defined in terms of a typical community of plants and animals. Conditions underwater. Aquatic organisms are affected primarily by the water depth, temperature, and flow. Water depth is classified in photic zone and aphotic zone. The photic zone is a region near the surface in which photosynthesis can occur, and the aphotic zone is a region where photosynthesis can occur that is more dark. Freshwater ecosystems can be divided into three main categories: rivers and streams, lakes and ponds, and freshwater wetlands. An estuary is a special kind of wetland formed where a river meets the sea. Ecologists divide the ocean in zones based on depth and the distance from shore. They divide the marine ecosystem in intertidal zone, the coastal ocean, and the open ocean.